Hello and welcome to Luke Watson and Ellie Balu's podcast. We've decided to start a podcast, so we're like, why not? Let's just go for it. Luke, what do you want to get into today? And legitimately, I am posting those on Spotcast, and I will show this guy after I post it on Spotcast. I'll literally show you. Like, let's just get into it. So, what's hot in culture right now?
I honestly got no idea. I'm uncultured. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's under a rock. What about, let's talk Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has been a hot topic.
Yeah.
My co-host here is not with me. Is literally not with me here. Okay, let's talk Andrew Tate. Yeah. What are your opinions on Andrew Tate?
I think he's a well-spoken guy.
Okay, I haven't heard him speak, but okay, he says it's a well-spoken guy.
Supposedly got very controversial opinions.
Okay.
Which I agree with some of them. I disagree with some of them.
Okay.
But that's about it.
I guess you can't really hate on them from afar, can we?
No.
But
sort of hard to judge his character.
Yeah, it is. Can't hate on him from afar, and he does certainly have some things that we disagree with. Which is okay. We love the guy. We probably don't like what he's putting forth. Is there anything else? Anything hot in culture? Anything that you like to share? Anything that you've been thinking about, Luke?
Not particularly, Ellie. Sort of been a slow week. What about you? What have you been thinking about?
What have I been musing about? Oh no.
Straight from the reminder of Marara Kid.
Yeah, I go to Marara. Look at my prefect badge. That means like I'm a good Christian. No. No. What have I been thinking about? You know what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to a excursion on road safety.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to be supposedly talking to some people who have been affected by road accidents, and especially people who have been affected by drink driving or being under the influence of drugs and alcohol while driving. That's quite an interesting. It's quite a hot topic in the Northern Territory, especially if you don't get it. We're from the Northern Territory. Also, another hot topic in the Northern Territory is domestic violence. Is what violence against women is what we were discussing. Not too long ago, in our pre-CG classroom. Luke, where do you think that stems from?
Domestic violence.
Or just violence against women, or domestic violence, however you want to interpret that.
I think violence in general comes from the need to prove yourself,
Okay.
And to assert your power over other people.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess comes from, lack of a healthy relationship with the person, because clearly you're prioritizing yourself over the relationship with the person.
Speak the truth.
And in doing so, prioritizing yourself over them.
Yeah.
So I think definitely it's got to have some sort of big drive pushing it for you to be able to do so to somebody who supposedly you're probably close with,
Very true. He heard it from Luke, man. He said, yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that. And that's a refreshing way to think of it. Like, you're prioritizing someone else outside of yourself. The other way around. You're prioritizing yourself outside of someone else you really care about. And so, do you really care about that person? Yeah. And it also kind of brings about, like, the responsibility men have by the sake of them just being men. What do you think about that, Luke?
Yeah, well, I think definitely being the physically more powerful person in a relationship, it's definitely important to remember to always keep things civil, even in the eyes of the hurricane, as some people call it, or the doubt that comes with having a relationship. Yeah. Always talk things out or wait things out, you gotta either be able to communicate with the person, and if you're not willing to communicate with the person, I think it's best just to step back from the relationship, and have a little break until you are willing to communicate, because physical interactions are never the way to go, really.
Mhm.
When it comes to solving your problems.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there you go. I obviously have not experienced. How do I want to phrase this? I don't know. Yeah, I think men play a key role in relationships, especially romantic relationships is what we're talking about. Heterosexual romantic relationships. Men do play a big role, and it's quite a, by nature of being a physically imposing, like the more physically dominant, as Luke said. It comes with great power, comes with great responsibility, and there's obviously I don't know if there's a lack of education around the fact that great power comes with great responsibility, or what these men go through, that they end up having to hurt, especially women, and bring about, yeah. It's a reason. Well, whether you like, there's obviously the fact that people go through traumatic childhoods and things of that nature is not an excuse for harming other people, especially when it comes to. Hello.
Hello.
This is Mr. Watson.
Hello.
Hello. That was our podcast. I think we're gonna end there. Great power comes with great responsibility. The fact that people experience abuse or unhealthy relationships in their childhood is not an excuse for them to perpetuate that outside of their childhood. It's a reason. But it's not an excuse. We'll leave it there. Peace out.